What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come in and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna get right to it. I recently heard I read an article and I heard some people talking about Jason Whitlock was saying that he don't believe that within the next 3 years or so that Caitlin Clark will even be in the WNBA, and he says a lot of that is because of the black players and the gay players are jealous of her, and they really they're going to force her out of the league. It's going to after a while it's going to be it's just all of the attention and all of the negativity that's coming to her after you know I think he's thinking that it's going to wear her down. And so, she will probably just figure that maybe she'll go overseas and play and and just, do it that way instead of playing in the WNBA. The thing about that is she won't make as much money if she played far as endorsements, she won't make as much money. She'll make more money playing for some of those teams that she play overseas, but the endorsement money won't be there. And so I kind of started to think about like what I have been seeing so far from the other players as far as like are they really going at Caitlin Clark harder than they are the rest of the rookies? Now last week I saw Angel Reese took a really hard foul and from I forgot the young lady name who played for she played for Connecticut, but Alyssa Thomas, she took a hard foul from Alyssa, and some people thought that it was really overdid, there was a hard foul. I didn't really have a problem with that foul that Angel Reese because Angel Reese is a physical ball player. And throughout that game against Connecticut, she was going at those she was going at the other team anyway. So I didn't really have an issue with that. And I think Angel Reese can really she's going to be able to dish it out as much as she can take it. And so the difference between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is Angel Reese will have teammates on her team that it's not going to be just Angel Reese. And so if Caitlin Clark don't have her teammates on her side backing her up with situations like that, when you take a hard foul, then it's our five against your five or our team against your team. Then yeah, there's going to be that could be the difference for Caitlin Clark if she feel like she's out there on an island all by herself. And so I've been looking at a lot of the games that the Fever have been playing. And so what I'm seeing is, and I don't know if it's from a chemistry point, like she haven't developed the chemistry with her teammates, but a few games ago, she took a really hard, ran into a hard pick set by Breonna Stewart for the New York Liberty. So, and anytime you play basketball, true, your head should be on a swivel, but your teammates should be calling out those picks. On the best teams at any level, on good teams at any level, your teammates call out the picks, and they letting even in pickup basketball, I heard guys call out picks and stuff like that. So that right there kind of let me know that it might be some jealousy, and that's just not the only thing I saw. I seen like sometimes her teammates will they'll bring their man to Caitlin and don't give her enough space to operate. So instead of passing and cutting, they'll stand there and allow, so that's basically like Caitlin is playing through a double team. And just little things like that, which make me think that, it might be some truth to what Jason Whitlock is saying. And so you're gonna have other teams go at you. That's a given. Other teams are gonna go at you, and they're gonna try to just try to expose you and wear you down. But you know what you have to do is you have to start with the people like in-house, like her teammates have to show that we have Caitlin's back. And within this, about like this year and next year, if they don't develop that chemistry, if they don't develop that team spirit where her teammates be like, you know what, we got your back. We're gonna call out picks. If you take a hard foul, that other team is gonna take a hard foul. We're gonna put, your success is our success. So we're gonna put you in the best position to succeed. So that's where it's gonna have to start at. I'm not so much worried about you know, like competitors, people who play on the other team, but the people on Caitlin's team have to really be like 10 toes down with her so she can so she can get past this adjustment period. Of course, like I said, other people around the league are gonna come at Caitlin. You see, like they're picking Caitlin up like 3/4 court. That's something that you don't see. I don't see anybody else. Most other teams will not pick you up 3/4 court. Especially a rookie. They're not picking up rookies all over the court, denying her the basketball, and you really can't. You can't complain about that. Cool. If the defense want to pick you up at 3/4 court, if they want to pick you up at 4/4, at that full length of the court, you and your teammates have to decide that they are going to pay for that. Y'all should get easy buckets out of that. So if that should be a layup. Throw over top of the press, and then y'all should be able to get easy buckets. So I'm not understanding why they're not making teams pay for picking her up 3/4 of the way, or as soon as she cross half court, they'll be jumping, with a double team. So that kind of makes me think that maybe, there's some truth to what Jason Whitlock's saying about other, like they really other teams and the people around the league are really so jealous of Caitlin that they're trying to push her out the league. I don't know if the jealousy come from where he said maybe some of the jealousy may come from the fact that she's not gay. I don't know. I have heard of incidences where straight ball players in the WNBA have felt like they have been bullied by the ones who are gay. I forgot the young lady who played for the Minnesota Lynx at one time. She said that she felt like she was being bullied by teammates who were gay and was trying to just trying to force their agenda on her. So that could be it. Then you'll have like black ball players who are who think that Caitlin is not really good and they don't want to give Caitlin. I don't know, it could be gay, it could be the gay agenda, it could be the racial agenda. But for her to have all of that coming at her at one time, that gotta be tough. That really got to be tough. I could think of like, for instance, when Tiger Woods first came to play golf, he took a lot of, hazing and he got some comments and some nasty looks and stuff like that. But eventually, the players around, professional golfers realized that Tiger Woods was good for the game. They started drawing big crowds. And so when they drew big crowds, that meant that everybody got paid, more endorsement money. So what they were doing to Tiger at first, that kind of just wore off because everybody saw that there was a benefit. But with this WNBA, it just seems like these women are just so they just so much more ruthless than I think like men are. I've never seen anything like this, like the intensity. Like I said, she's facing playoff type intensity during the regular season. And now, granted, if she make it through this period, if she come out of this period, then she's going to be a much better ball player for it. But this is just something that I've never seen as far as like, uh, something like this, a player go through something like this. So I want to know from your opinion, let me know, do you think there's an agenda across the league to push Caitlin Clark out? The players know that they can't really say anything, so they're going to prove it by their actions that they don't want, that they're not really a big fan of Caitlin Clark. Diana Taurasi came out and said, some things about Caitlin Clark, and she got some pushback. Who else said some things about Caitlin Clark? A few other ball players said some things about Caitlin Clark, and they got some pushback. Asia Wilson said some things. She got some pushback. So they are going to say what is, they're going to say publicly what they think, they should be saying. But maybe there is like, like a memo going around the league for everybody to go at her, all those teams. This is just crazy, and maybe in a couple years she might just say, you know what, it's not worth it. I'll go play over, I'll play in Europe, or I'll play in Asia, maybe somewhere, or I'll play in, anywhere else but the WNBA, because it just seemed like, the women in the WNBA just don't realize that like a win for Caitlin is a win for, will be a win for all of them. Or maybe they think that, they don't need Caitlin, that the league will grow just fine without, with or without Caitlin. Because I've heard some comments coming from some of the ladies saying that, once the WNBA decided to have charter jets, charter planes for these young ladies, they said, well, they didn't even want to give Caitlin that credit. They didn't want to attribute it to her. They just said it was, it was a long time coming, and that they was glad it was there, but they didn't, and I guess, you can't expect them to thank Caitlin. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. If this is something that, that she will be able to weather this storm, or do you think that she'll, after a while, she'll just give up and say it's not worth it? It'll be hard for her to battle through this, especially if the whole league is against her. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, go to urbanplatformfashion.com and check out the merch. I have hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts, and short sleeve t-shirts. And I just wanted to say thanks for all the support I've been getting. The program, the channel is growing. We're picking up new subscribers every day, and I appreciate that. And I just want to continue to bring you all this good content. So, like I said, with that being said, I'll see you all on the next video. And be sure to leave a comment. I want to know your opinions. Like, do you think that there is an agenda against Caitlin Clark? Or if not, maybe you think, that this is just par for the course. And if she make it, cool. If she don't make it, then she wasn't cut out for the WNBA. But let me know if you think there's an agenda going around the league to stop Caitlin Clark. And with that being said, I'll see you all on the next video.